Energy is the resource used by the survival instinct to transform the weak into the strong. Nothing moves if there is no energy. Energy is the fuel of life. I want you to remember a situation now where you had to do something, but you just didn't have energy to do it on that day. Do you remember a situation like that? It could be a job you had to do, a visit you had to make, or cleaning your house. I don't know. Think about a situation like that now. Let me ask you a question. How did you perform on that situation? Did you perform in the same way when you were at your best, or were you trying to conserve the energy in order to get through the day? I bet you answered, trying to conserve. This means that we need to have energy in order to do basically anything in life. If you want to work on your job, you need to spend a certain amount of energy. If you want to meet with somebody, you also need to spend a certain amount of energy. Actually, even if you just wanted to get a glass of water now, you would have to spend a certain amount of energy. So energy is the name of the game here. It is the most important resource one can have in order to survive. I would like now to separate energy in two kinds: the physical energy and the mental energy. The physical energy is perceived in our body, while the mental energy is perceived in our mind. How do we measure energy? We measure energy by observing how much impact external sources have on your survival level. The more your body resists an external impact, the more physically strong you are. Imagine you receive a punch in your arm now. Depending on how strong you are, you will not feel that punch too much if compared to somebody that is considered to be physically weaker. So, the more your body resists to an external impact, the punch in this case, the more physically strong you are. The same happens to our minds. The more your mind resists an external impact, the more mentally strong you are. Imagine somebody who is in a bad mood starts talking to you. The more your mind resists to get in a bad mood, the more mentally strong you are. This doesn't mean we should not care. This means that if we want to support the other person, we need to be resourceful first. Remember, our brain works to provide us the best chances of survival, always. And that's the reason life keeps giving us challenges to overcome. The purpose is to make us stronger. We just get stronger by being affected by external sources up to a point where we feel uncomfortable or cannot handle it anymore. We call them problems. At this moment, our decision is triggered or the threshold is crossed in order to make us stronger and unaffected by them. Since our survival instinct will always be making us grow no matter what, and the uncomfortable external sources, the problems, will keep appearing to fulfill the plan, I decided to call problems by the name of challenges. This is what they really are if you think it through. They were made to make you grow beyond your comfort zone. Let's go deeper now and study a little bit more of how exactly do we get stronger. We want to understand this really well because this is where I had the idea to develop the PG system.